Hello and welcome to this video where we will set up DBT. However, before setting up DBT, we should set up the user, the role, the roles associated, and the warehouse layer and marts layer. So from the theory section, we already saw that we have the warehouse layer, which is the downstream of the staging. And the marts layer is the downstream of the warehouse layer. So they are different schemas basically, which we use for separating separating them. We will set that up and set up the relevant privileges, etc. And then we'll go into creating the DBT. Installing different stuffs for DBT snowflake to be more specific. And so now we go into to the code. So let's go into Visual Studio Code. So here I'm in Visual Studio Code. Let me maximize this. So in this folder, setup DBT, I will create another folder called Worksheets Snowflake. So here we'll create our Snowflake worksheets. So starting with grant user.sql. So here we'll create, we will have this for granting to different users, and we'll create the role here. So we can do this use role user admin. Let me change also to snowflake like this, and I will run this one, and we see no snowflake. So I will sign in, and when signing in I need to do two-factor verification. Yes, so now I'm in. So I'm inside of account admin. I'll change to user admin. And from this user admin, I'll create the role. And here I'll create job ads, not DLT role, DBT role. So I run this. So now I've created this role. and I want to do this as well. Let me create I will create another user. So I will copy this from the lecture code. So basically I want to grant this role, job ads DBT role, to user transformer, and I want to grant this role to user coction. So that I can use this role to view the data, and I give it to transformer so that it's transformer user that will be responsible for all the DBT transformations. So I will use that user to connect to DBT. Okay, and now I will create another script. I haven't ran this two yet, note that, because we'll run it whenever after I've created this transformer user. So I will create a script called setup user SQL like this. I will also change this to snowflake. So use role user admin. Actually, I'm already using user admin, so but this is if you want to run the script fast. So then I will also copy here from because we have already gone through how to do this. So I'll just copy the code. So here you can see that actually here shouldn't be a semicolon like this, right? It was a mistake in my lecture note. I will change that. So basically we're creating this user transformer. We give it this password, and note that you should git ignore this file, and you should also choose another password. We'll use dev warehouse as the default warehouse, and the login we use transformer, and we have the default namespace is the job ads warehouse, so it will go into the schema warehouse in order to be able to perform to be able to have this as a default namespace, so you're already inside the warehouse, so you don't need to call use warehouse. And yeah, a comment here, and the default role is job ads dbt role, not dlt role. Okay, and now run this one. Yes, so we have created this user transformer. So then I will set up, next I will set up the, I will go back to grants here. So I have this user transformer. Now I can grant this job ads dbt role to my user transformer. And I'll grant this to myself as well. Okay, great, great. So I will save this one. And I will create another file. Or actually before that, I can show you when I want to git ignore this, I just go into git ignore and I can do like this, set up user. Right, with small letters, set up user. And we see that this one has been set up user.sql. Like this, you see that this one has been git ignore now. And if you have, if you also have other setup user.sql in other worksheets that you maybe not want to git ignore, and then you should give this another more specific name if you just want to git ignore this file. So in this way, this won't go up to my source control. However, you will find it in the course materials in the repo. It is there because I've chosen it. I've chosen to display it for you. Okay, so now I will go into, I will create another script here. This is called setup warehouse layer.sql. So in order to create the, I will copy this code as well, and I'll go through it. Snowflake, change language, snowflake, like this. So here we use the sysadmin to create the schema. So I use this job ads, I create the schema warehouse, and then I will, here I just show it, if you want to go through it, you can see, go through one by one, but I will actually go, or I can go through them one by one actually. So I use the sysadmin, I use this database, job ads, and I create this warehouse, this warehouse layer. I will show the schemas in this job ads. So we see we have the staging and we have the warehouse, right? And warehouse is the current, yes. Use role security admin. I need to use this to grant the different roles, right? Here I want to grant my job ads DLT role to role job ads DBT role. Why is that? Well, because I want my job ads DBT role to have access to the staging. That is very important, because I need the job ads DBT role to be able to select the data from the staging layer in order for me to do the different transformations in DBT. So I'll run this one. And we can show the grants to this one. And we see that it has the job ads DLT. We'll use this job ads DBT role. Actually, grant usage. Actually, if I use this one, I cannot run this one. Am I correct? Yeah, of course. You cannot be your own. You can't be your own. You can't give privileges to yourself if you don't own this this object. So actually, I will erase this one, and I will update my notes also. So it was an error in my note. Use role security admin. Yeah, I'll go back to security admin. And I have shown the grants here. I'll grant usage create table, create view on schema. Usage and create table, create view on schema. Yeah, exactly, because I want to create views as well. Right? And here, now I want to give the CRUD and select. So select, insert, update, delete on all tables in this schema, right? And also on all, I want to grant select on all views in the schema. And then I want to do it for the future schemas in job warehouse. And also I want to give it on the future views in job warehouse. In a warehouse schema. And here I can use this role, job as DBT role, and I will try to select from the staging to see that it works. No active warehouse. Okay, so then I need to use, let's see, dev. I use this role now, so I use warehouse, dev warehouse, like this, run this one, and then I can query the data, hopefully. Yes. So here I query the data, so it works. So I've gotten the privileges from the job ads DLT role. I can show the grants in the schema. And here you can see that this warehouse schema, it has create table, create view, and usage granted to this DBT role. It's always good to do these checks whenever you alter different, you're given different privileges. And I can use this schema, and I can test it out to create a table. So I create this test table with an so I can show the tables. And here we see, yes, there's this test table in this warehouse schema. And finally, I will drop this table. Yes. So basically it works. I haven't tried the other ones, but I don't need to. So I will save this one. And similarly, I will go to my notes and I will find the marts layer. Because we need to set up another layer. So we have set up the warehouse layer, but we also need the data marts layer in order to serve the data, right? This is downstream to the warehouse layer. So set up marts layer .sql. And similarly, I will copy the code. Change language, snowflake. So we use the sysadmin and we use this database job ads. And we create schema, marts, if it doesn't exist. So show schemas in database. Then we see there's a marts layer, marts schema also. So we have another layer here. We use this role security admin. And similarly, we give usage and create table and create view on this schema, this job ads marts to job ads DBT, and the CRUD operations for the views as well. So first for the tables and then for the views, and then we do it for all the future all the future tables and all the future views. So here I can use this role. I can show the grants on the schema, and we see that it has create table, create view, and usage. So we can do some manual test here. I'll use this schema. I'll create this test table. I'll show the tables, and we see that this table test exists in this schema. So finally, I will drop this table for cleanup. Yes, great. And for this, we have created, we have done the setups. So now we have to recap, we have the warehouse layer, which is a schema. We have we have set up the Marts layer, which is another schema. We have given the appropriate privileges to the job ads DBT role, so that it can do different types of transformations. And it also has the privilege of the job ads DLT role in order for it to be able to select from the staging layer. Actually, to be even more precise with the privileges, you could make another reader role to only have the select option and give that select option, select the privilege to the DBT role for the staging layer, because the DBT role don't need to have the extra privileges for the staging layer. It just needs to select from there. Yes, so that is if you want to be even more detailed, but for this course, this suffices quite well. Yes, and in the next video, we'll set up DBT. So see you there. Bye.